Most people think that ser is only used for things that are permanent, but that's actually only part of the story. If you only remember that, you'll miss out on how ser is really used. So in this video, I'm going to show you the 6 uses of ser with clear, simple examples. And you can remember all the uses easily by using the acronym D.O.C.T.O.R. By the end of this video, you'll understand ser much better and feel confident using it in everyday conversations. Now, if you're new here, my name's Josh. I'm a qualified language teacher and I've helped thousands of people learn Spanish through my online course here on YouTube. Okay, so let's dive in. So for the first use, we'll start with the D in D.O.C.T.O.R, which stands for description. We use ser to describe what something is, not how it is right now. In other words, we're talking about facts or qualities that don't really change, things that are seen as permanent or defining. This can include physical traits like height, color, size, and other qualities that show what someone or something really is. For example, es un hombre muy alto. He's a very tall man. Or, es un coche blanco. It's a white car. Or, es una ciudad antigua. It's an old city. To check if you should use ser, ask yourself, am I talking about a lasting quality that really defines this person or thing? Or is it something that could change? If it's permanent or part of who they are, use ser, because you're describing identity, not a temporary state or feeling. Next up, let's look at the O in D.O.C.T.O.R, which stands for occupation. We use ser when talking about someone's job or profession. This shows what a person does as part of their identity, like their role or career in life. Even if that person changes jobs later, it's still seen as something that defines who they are, not just what they're doing right now. For example, soy profesor. I'm a teacher. Or, mi padre es médico. My dad is a doctor. Or, ella es mesera. She's a waitress. So when you use ser for occupations, you're describing who someone is in terms of their work, not something temporary. And this can be any kind of job or role, not just one that you studied for or you got a degree in. Okay, so now let's look at the C in D.O.C.T.O.R, which stands for characteristic. We use ser to talk about personality traits or qualities that are part of someone's nature, things that don't change easily from day to day. These are features that show who a person really is, like being kind, honest, shy or funny. For example, eres simpático, you're friendly. Or, ella es muy inteligente, she's very smart. Or, Juan es trabajador, Juan is hardworking. These kinds of traits give you a picture of someone's true character, not just how they feel in the moment. Now, here's an easy trick to let you know if it's a defining characteristic. Just try adding the word person at the end of the sentence. For example, you're a friendly person. She's a very smart person. Juan is a hardworking person. If it sounds natural to say person at the end, that means that you're describing someone's character, something that defines who they are. And in that case, you should use ser. Now, by the way, you can see all the uses of ser from today's video in my Spanish Short Stories for Beginners book. Reading in Spanish really is the best way to remember new words and phrases because you can go at your own pace. Check out the link in the description if you want a copy. Next, let's look at the T in D.O.C.T.O.R, which stands for time. Now, this also includes days and dates. Even though time keeps moving, we don't treat it like a temporary feeling or condition. Instead, we treat it like a fact, something definite. That's why we always use ser. For example, son las 3, it's 3 o'clock. Or, hoy es lunes, today is Monday. Or, es el 5 de julio, It's the 5th of July. Now think of it this way. If someone asks what time is it or what day is it, you're just stating a fact. In Spanish, time and dates are seen as fixed characteristics of the moment, just like saying someone's job or personality. This is because the verb ser is used for classifications or facts, like it's Monday or it's a book. And the verb estar is used for temporary states or locations, like I'm tired or I'm at work. So whenever you're talking about the time, day or date, use ser because it's a fact about that specific moment. Next up is the second O in doctor, which stands for origin. We use ser to talk about where someone or something comes from, their nationality, or what something is made up of. These are seen as defining facts, not temporary details, and that's why we always use ser. For example, soy de México, I'm from Mexico. Or, eres colombiano, are you Colombian? Or, la mesa es de madera, the table is made of wood. Ask yourself, am I saying where something comes from or what it's made of? If yes, then use ser, because you're talking about a core part of who or what it is. Now, by the way, I've made a free PDF that shows all 6 uses of ser, plus practice sentences you can use to improve your Spanish. You'll also find it linked down in the description. Now, the last letter in doctor is R, and that stands for relationship. We use ser to talk about how people are connected, like family, friends, or partners, and so on. For example, él es mi hermano, he's my brother. Or somos amigos, we're friends. Or ella es mi novia, she's my girlfriend. Now ask yourself, am I describing who this person is in relation to others? If yes, then use ser. Relationships show how people belong or connect, and that's exactly what ser expresses here. Now remember how at the start of this video I said that most learners get stuck trying to use ser correctly, especially when they don't understand all its different uses. Well, unfortunately, just watching this video once won't make those uses stick. You've got to practice ser in real sentences and conversations again and again. Now that's exactly what my beginner Spanish course was built for. It helps you build fluent, full-length sentences from the very first lesson. You can check it out for free right here on YouTube. Just click the thumbnail that's on screen now or click the link in the description. So thanks for watching and I'll see you next week.